Good morning, Flosstube. We are back with another weekly video. Today is the 9th of February 2026. And today I have a little bit of a different video for you. However, before we start, if you are new here, my name is Sen. I am an artist and designer, and this is my little place on YouTube for everything cross stitch. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I always love to see you here again. And if you like what you see in this video or my other videos, please consider giving me a follow and hit the like button on this video. Also, I always love to chat in the comments. So if there's anything you want to know or anything you want to say, please feel free to do so. Also, you can probably see we have beautiful weather today. So I'm a little bit lit up on the side here. So I hope that's not going to become an issue because this is my filming space. My apartment is small. So today, like I quickly said, is not going to be like a regular weekly update video. You might have already seen from the title of the video, because I have not worked in, I'm just looking at my list over here on my computer screen, a lot of different projects last week. I've been sticking to a new model stitch that I've started for a new design I made fairly well, almost through the entire week, and only did a little bit of other stitching on the weekend. So I will put those projects into the update for next week. What we do today is, because I realized I've never done a finish parade. And I've been here for 2 years now, almost 2 years. I think in April will be my 2nd year Flossiversary. I still have to think about what to do for that. So I thought, why not do a finish parade? Because I actually did have quite a few finishes, especially last year with doing a lot of model stitching. Mind you, most of these are small finishes. Some of them are from 2024 and yeah, from 2024. So my cat was doing something. I didn't put them in any chronological order. I do not have a list of all of these because that was before me starting to keep very accurate track of everything. So I'm just gonna show you them as I grab them. This is all my finished projects, but 2 that I cannot show you. One is my very oldest one, my first. I have no idea where that one is. I am fairly sure I saw it a few years ago, a few days ago, but I don't know. I didn't find it. And one that I gave away 2 years ago as a Christmas present to my brother and my sister-in-law, with like a little baby thing, like a baby dragon with the birth date of their oldest son. I'm still planning on doing 2 more for the 2 other boys, but I haven't done that yet. We'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. As well as my latest finish, but I did show that last week, I believe. So, and that is from 2026. So I will do a separate one for 2026, either at the end of 2026 or next year, depending on how many finishes I get this year. So these are all my finishes from 2025 and before, from the time I started up cross stitch again, which was, I believe, in 2023 or 2022. I'm not even sure. I don't even know. So yeah, let's get on with it. Again, no particular order, and I will do this like camera facing. So I will just grab them. I have them in front of me on my desk. So we'll see. First one I have on top of my pile is this one. This is my own design. It's a shamrock mandala. It was a Patreon pattern, which is now available in my Etsy shop. And I did stitch this on, I believe, a 28 count with 1/1 with a variegated green floss. And then I finished it on a little, you know, these drawing frames, you can see it in here, like the little wooden things that you usually draw on with acrylics or something. I don't know what the English word for them is. And then put a little bit of, what is this called? Rickrack? I'm not sure. You probably know them better than I am. I'm not a native English speaker, you might have noticed. So this is this one. The next one I have here is another tiny one. This is from a magazine. Like I said, I don't have stats, I don't have lists, so I'm actually not sure who this is by. I don't remember, but this is from a magazine where I found this, and I thought it was so cute. It's also on one of these tiny wooden drawing boards. Just a very quick, very rough lacing to put it on my wall, very tiny. Next one is a quite frequent one, so you might have seen this if you've been around for a bit. So sorry for the glare. I don't know why I put the glass in it. Usually I don't frame them with the glass on, especially for that reason. Can I hold it somehow without... No, I can't. There will be glare. This is a... Let's see if I can get it a bit closer. This is also my own design. This is my first ever Dungeons and Dragons character. So I made a little pixel art portrait of him and stitched it. This is a tiny full coverage. It has 10,000 stitches in total. This is on 28 count. 2/1 10 stitch, you can see. And this is a frame that I bought specifically for it from Amazon. It's a little bit more expensive than what I would usually spend, but he's my baby, so he deserved it. Next up is another Dungeons and Dragons pattern for another character of mine. This is a bit older. I think I finished it either early last year or in 2024, I don't know. This is design is by White Raven Patterns on Etsy. I just changed it up. Like, I didn't go with the charted colors. I chose two variegated flosses instead, a red one and this teal one. And usually these patterns have like the class that they are for. This one's the cleric one, and I changed that for the name of the character that I played, my cleric. So this is an opalescent, I believe 14 count, maybe 16, I'm not sure. So this is this one. Next one, and these are all my FFOs. My finished objects will be next, but I do have a few FFOs. Next one I have is this one. I believe this is a tiny modernist. Well, it is a freebie, so I grabbed this one and changed the colors up a little bit to fit my room aesthetics more. And then I did frame it just in a cheap frame that I had lying around. This is also, I believe, also 14 count. It's very slight purple. No glass or anything. Just my own rough lacing job in the back. And I just remembered that I have one more finish in the kitchen, which I'm gonna grab real quick, so I will be right back with you. I have returned. So in our kitchen we have this one, and this one has glass because since it's in the kitchen, obviously you do have fumes and everything. This was also a freebie, and I believe it's also by a tiny modernist, so please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Again, I have no stats and no recollection of all of these. I will do better with my 2026 finishes. And I just framed this, like, this is a, I believe, an oatmeal Ada 14 count, and I just put this in a fitting color paper passepartout that I printed this myself. Like, I just took white cardboard paper and printed it blue in a fitting color, and then framed it in this slightly vintage looking frame. I think I found this on a, what are they called, flea market, and this is glued onto the backing board, so this is not laced, and it is just glued on the side, like where the paper is. So there's no glue behind like the actual stitching. So that is this one. And I have a few more coffee patterns that, coffee projects that I eventually want in the kitchen, because both my friend and I were both heavy coffee drinkers. We love our coffee. I drink decaf, so don't come at me. Well, I drink mostly decaf. Like, I have one can of coffee that's decaf in the morning, which is about like 4 cups. And then I drink 1 or 2 actually caffeinated coffees over the day, later in the day, like in the afternoon. So, but I do drink energy drinks. So maybe I should reconsider my caffeine intake. Another small finish is this one. I do not know who the original design was by, because I got this as a kit from AliExpress, I believe, way back when, before I was aware that lots of the kits that you get from China are stolen designs. So this is an old finish. I do have another one of these, like the spring one. This is a set of 4. I got the summer and the spring because the colors fit the aesthetic of my room. So that is that one. Next one is one of my own. This is one of my very, very old designs, and one of my first, I think this is my second finish that I ever had, which you can probably see. For one, there's the glass on it. I will probably reframe it, because this is not even ironed. I just put it in the frame without ironing it. And I think I also glued this on, sort of, like with masking tape. I didn't know what lacing was back then, I think. And this is just, I don't know if this could even be laced, because it just cut off at the sides to fit in here. So this was a very shabby job, but again, my second finish. This is old, but this pattern is still available. I don't think anyone ever got it, but it's there if you like it. So that is that one. Next one is this cute little thing here that I finished as a pillow. This is also my own design, which you can get in my Etsy shop. Just small, I believe it's only 3 or 4 colors, including the white. And you could either use it as a card, or make it into a little pillow like this. I just have this shamrock fabric on the other side, and the same like little green border thing around that I had for the other one. I think I still have some of it, but this is just, I think this is my first and only pillow finish so far. And this is like thick, because I did have filling material, because I used to make amigurumi. So maybe I'll do some more. And now we will get to my box of finishes that are not fully finished. And these are, let me grab them so I can go oldest to newest and put them back in as I pull them out. So first are my dragons. These are the lovers. This is one of the first designs that I put on my Etsy shop. It is still available. This is a cute little thing for Valentine's Day. Let me see if I can find something to put behind. Good old Amazon. Why not? So this should work a little better. Is this too big? I can't see. There we go. This should work. So I made a new one for this year's Valentine's that's currently available on my Patreon for the month of February. This one is really available in my Etsy shop. This is from 2024, I think. And I still haven't framed it. Another small finish that you can also get in my Etsy shop is, I cannot see if I hold it like this. The board is a bit too big. Just a little treasure chest for all your adventuring needs. And I was experimenting and practicing pixel art. This is also available on my Etsy shop. Next we have the first little froggy that I made before I made like the frog emoji ones that you're probably more familiar with. But this guy is also available. Let's see if I have a smaller one that I can put, because this Amazon thingy is big. This should work. Yeah, this does it. So this froggy is available. I still need to take a picture of him so I have an actually stitched model in my shop, because he's been finished for like a long time and I still have the mock-up on Etsy for it. Same with the next one, which is my little red house, which I believe is one of the few things I finished on linen. And this is cute. This is also an older design that I made. And this is also available on my Etsy shop, and I still have not taken a picture. I think I did take a picture, same with the froggy, but I never put them up on Etsy. I need to check if I still have them. And this is also, I believe, the first that I did finish stitching 2/1. No, 2/2, not 2/1, that's what I mean. Next are my first Patreon patterns when I started my Patreon last year. This was a bonus chart from January. This is also available on my Etsy shop. And all of these patterns now, I believe, are my own designs. I don't think there's anyone, like any other in here finished that it's not my own design, but we'll see. So this is Bunny and Snowman. It's a January 2025 bonus pattern on Patreon. Now available on my Etsy shop. Next is, this was the February pattern last year on my Patreon, Love Potion, which is also freely available on my Etsy shop now. If you're still looking for something to stitch for Valentine's Day, maybe this is for you. Next one that I have is another tiny Valentine's Day pattern that I made. Just cute and sweet. This is, I believe, a 20 count, or 22. Stitched 1/1. So just a nice size to put on a card. I still have it in here. It's on the slightly modeled red Ada that I got off of eBay. So no idea if that's originally from somewhere else. Then we do have the Boba Frog, and which, looking at this, reminds me that there's more finishes that I can't show you, because I have two of these frogs that where the fabric was a little too big to put them in coasters, like the not quite 14 count but slightly bigger. But I did put 3 of them into coasters, or 2 of them, so I will have to check. I know I sold one of the coasters. I don't know if I still have the other one, but I'll take a look in a moment. So this is Boba. Let me pause real quick and see if I can find the coasters. See, this stuff that you remember just while filming. Alright, I have returned and I did find both the frog coasters, so I'll show you them in a moment. But first off, let's continue with the ones that I have here. Next one is the Peking frog. And all of these are available in my Etsy shop. The set is not yet complete. There are still a few missing that I need to make. And once they are, the full set will be available as a set. But for now, you can get them separately. I do not know when I will have the full set done. This is the singing frog. It is also available. Now let's get into the coasters. So we are, this one is packaged, so sorry for the crinkling. Let me see if I can pull it out. And like I said, one of them I sold, like the knife frog. I still have this one. Oh, the glare is still there, so I mean, obviously it's in a coaster, it's acrylic. So this is Cool Frog. And it's just in this little 8x8, I believe, centimeters coaster. And I also have in a coaster the Sad Frog. So also in this, finished in this little coaster here. And I take them to conventions, so that's why one of them is gone. I do sell them. Speaking of coasters, I also have finished 2 of my set of 4 of seasonal coasters. So the first one I finished is Summer, which is this bright pink one. They are not yet available. I am planning on making all 4 of them and then selling them together. But I am thinking about like making them available separately, just for like a very small price, like $2.50 or something. Let's see. And this is Autumn. And each of them has like 3 or 4 colors. And I'm not stitching them exactly in the colors that I charted. I haven't stitched them exactly in the colors that I charted them with, because I'm using like no-name flosses for these that I just pull from stash, which is perfectly doable with just this few colors. Just grab whatever you like and whatever you feel fits good together. So this is these 2. Spring and winter are still in the works. Next up, and now I need to start checking which ones of these are already available and which are still on Patreon. So give me 1 second to do that. Okay, back to the finishes. Next one is the Strawberry Milk. This was a Patreon chart last year. You can now get this on my Etsy. And I love this one. There is a companion piece to it, and it's currently still on Patreon, but I will show you that one as well in the finishes. This cute strawberry, because I do love strawberry milk. I'm a big fan. Next one, along the lines of strawberries, this is the Strawberry Mandala. This was also a Patreon pattern last year. That is now available on my Etsy. It is charted like in 3 of, I believe it's 4 colors of DMC. I did stitch this with a variegated green, substituting the one that I charted, as well as a variegated red. Like the other colors, I just stuck with the yellow and the white. But yeah, this is the Strawberry Mandala. Next one I did, what is this? Oh, I just found some lint. So next one is this one. This is just a little pixel art of my Ranger, one of my D&D characters that I currently still play, that I did for fun, and I still need to frame for myself. Let's see. Other side is better. And I found like a pixel art like of an archer girl that I changed up enough to look like this. So this is just a funny little thing I did for myself, practicing my pixel art skills. And we are getting a bit more sun. Let me see if I can adjust the camera a little bit. I should be fine. Next one is the haunted. One second. Maybe if I move back a little bit. Yeah, this works. Sun's moving. So this is the Haunted Manor. This is a chart that I made around Halloween last year. I stitched on this 14 count printed data. This is also available in my Etsy shop. This was never like an exclusive or anything. You can just get it if you like it. Next one. This is the companion to the strawberry milk. This is blueberry. This is currently still on my Patreon. This will move to the Etsy shop next month, after it's been on Patreon for half a year. But you can currently still get it on Patreon if you sign up as pattern hoarder, which will then let you get all of the patterns from the past 6 months. So this is blueberry. Next one is a very tiny one. Let's take it this way. This is mini matcha. This is also available on my Etsy, both as a pattern and a kit. So if you want a cute little beginner's kit to have a gift for someone, or just do something tiny in between, this one is cute to do that. And next one, this is definitely a bigger one. This was also a Patreon pattern in autumn last year. It is still on Patreon. This was the October pattern. And I have since made a second one, which unfortunately for winter, which is not yet finished. And I'm planning on also making spring and summer. So this is autumn. I believe this Ada is called oatmeal, but since I get most of my Ada from SensNeedleworks on like eBay, I couldn't say. But I have since started to buy printed Ada as well, mainly from Etsy because I love those. So last but not least in the line of my finishes is the sunset view, which is this one. This is not an exclusive, this is in my Etsy. And this is one of the little, the first pattern that I designed that also has backstitch, so you can see in the window, as well as blends. So I'm slowly moving up my skill set with my pattern designs. And I love this one. This is on a printed Ada, but all of the background here, the houses and everything is stitched. So this is this one. And I believe I stitched this 3/1 on this 14 count, just to get this coverage with DMC, which is also when I started stitching my models with DMC almost exclusively. And this is Sunset View. Oh no, it's not the last one. I had one more. I've almost, it went into hiding. Fairy Mushroom. This is one of my favorites. I love Fairy Mushroom. He's so cute. He is also available both as a pattern and a kit on my Etsy shop. So now that is all of the finishes that I have collected over the past years. I hope to do a lot more in 2026 and do like a 2026 finish parade at the end of the year or at the start of 2027 and fill up this little box of finishes and then do a bit more fully finished. And now I need to pack all of these back to where I pulled them away from and get back to stitching so I can make more finishes to show you. So I hope you love them as much as I do. Well, I will probably love them more because I stitched them, but tell me which one is your favorite. Also, if you, I know these were like a lot of models, but since I am trying to stitch all of my models myself, and I do release one new pattern every month on my Patreon, I have fallen off of the finish everything myself. I am stitching all the models, I just don't always manage to finish them by the end of the month or by a release date on my Patreon. So there are like some that don't have finished models yet. But since I'm trying to do that, obviously I will always have more finished model stitches than other project finishes, especially since I also stitch a lot of full coverages. So I apologize if this like came over as a, oh yeah, this is my commercial video. I mean, it obviously is, and I need, as in part, right, for the most part, it is a finish parade. I would have done it regardless. But it is obviously also like a little bit of a showing off what I design, and I need to get more comfortable with doing that because I love my work and I am very bad at marketing it. So feel marketed to a little bit. Like if you love it, same as everything I do from other designers, I promote that just as much. So if I love it, I want everyone to love it, obviously. But all of our tastes are very different. But that being said, if you saw something that you loved and that you want to stitch, my Etsy shop is linked down below. And since this week is my birthday week, it's not been my birthday yet. So my birthday is on Thursday, I believe. Let me check the calendar before I tell you some nonsense. Yeah, on Thursday, on the 12th. So from Thursday, the 12th, over the weekend, so until the 15th, my Etsy shop will be on sale. I'm not exactly sure how high I will make the percentage discount, probably around 25-ish%. So if you are looking at one of these patterns and are like, I really want that, put Thursday on your calendar. I mean, obviously, if you want to buy them for full price, I will be super thankful for you as well. But if you just want to check out my work and want to try one and want to grab a little discount, times are tough, right? Most of us are struggling. So wait until Thursday, put it on your calendar, and then get yourself a little goodie on the weekend. And yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. If you want to get something, let me know what you'll get. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. I make a big effort of always replying to all of the comments. And other than that, I will love you and leave you to your stitching and hopefully to a great week to come. And next week we will be back with our regularly scheduled program of seeing what shenanigans I've been up to in the past 2 weeks then. So, oh, my voice is disappearing. Well then, before I waffle on, have a great day everybody, have a great week, and I shall hopefully see you again next week. Bye bye and happy stitching!